Hello everybody, this is Oro for the PCPL. This is the Week 8 match against MrIsopod. If you saw in the last video, you'll see and hear the explanation for why you're going to see 3 different videos all up at one time instead of paced out like most Draft League content creators seem to be doing. But here I'm going to just jump straight into the team builder segment. Here is the matchup. Obviously, he has Deoxys speed. He's got Primarina, Excadrill, Salamence, Greninja, and Scarlet. He also has Lilligant, Muck, Alola, Rhyperior, Hisuian Electrode, Oricorio, which is his Terra Captain with Steel and Ground, as well as Bronzong. My thoughts here is that Bronzong is the most annoying Pokemon on the planet. It actually switches into absolutely everything. If Mamoswine didn't have knockoff here, it's actually like the worst Pokemon into it ever. Similarly, Minior is also just completely and utterly walled by Bronzong, so we have to take some measures to avoid that. We have a overheat on Rotom Heat here. We have Calm Mind Latias, which slowly but surely can overpower with Calm Mind boosted Surfs. And we have a Heat, in my opinion, Double Dance, Swords Dance, Agility, Overquill with Crunch and Gunk Shot. So my thought process is here. Rotom is definitely built to outspeed Primarina, that are max speed, I believe. It hits 220. So actually this is for, I think this outspeeds modest Primarinas, which is very valuable because it lets me hit them with a very powerful Volt Switch. And we will also Ability Shield because he does have the Mold Breaker Excadrill. Now what this Ability Shield does is that it completely ignores Mold Breaker. It lets me hit it with an Overheat or Will-O-Wisp it because Levitate is no longer stopped by Mold Breaker. Now this also means that if he does not bring Rock Slide, he is a terrible Pokemon into Rotom, which is going to be very valuable. Minior down here is also built for the Excadrill. It actually, with 240 HP, completely lives a unboosted like air balloon, like no damage boosting item, Iron Head from an Excadrill, and it lets me hit it with either Endeavor. Lets me get Rocks up, Rock Blast if that would be able to pick off the KO. Rock Blast is for the Scarlet. It's just a typically powerful move with loaded dice as well. So those are both two, in my opinion, very heat options. Latias is able to potentially clean up the game with Surf and Draco Meteor, barring only Primarina, really. But even Primarina, I have Wish here so that Rotom and everything can more effectively switch into everything. I actually don't believe Latias will see the most amount of play here. In hindsight, Wish isn't actually that needed. It's very good for itself when it comes to Calm Mind, but Recover can do that better. But that is the set we are bringing here. So, by the way, I believe the special attack on this is it's probably to kill like Bronzong or something like that. It's just a very more offensive Rotom than I have been bringing. Latias is just made to outspeed probably Lilligant, I would imagine. Overquill is fast enough that after a agility, it completely outpaces any Deoxys, barring Scarf. And then Crunch and Gunk Shot does so incredibly well into his entire team. Mamoswine as well. We have knockoff for the Bronzong, of course, but Earthquake and Ice Coverage does so insanely well into his entire team. So we just paired it with loaded dice. We have it fast enough to outspeed what I am going to assume is a max speed Timid Primarina. I believe that's what that hits. Minior is just a dedicated hazards lead. It's my answer to offensive Deoxys, because if I see it go for like a Psycho boost or something, planning on killing Minior, being that it is its strongest move, it lets me switch into Overquill pretty freely and get up all that setup. And with Explosion, Endeavor, and Rock Blast completely annihilates a weak armor Cerulege. It hits everything that it hits super effectively, hard enough. Explosion is just a good almost pivot tool on this. It doesn't actually pick up the most amount of KOs, but even it can like annihilate Lilligant after Rock's Chip and that kind of thing. And Endeavor lets me do that Iron Head and like switch into Excadrill's Iron Head and tank it and get the Endeavor Rock Blast thing, which is just a great way of getting it off the field. The only thing that will outspeed it is, well, I mean, he has Greninja, Electrode, and Deoxys, but none of those are necessarily. I think even Greninja's Surf, if it is unboosted, doesn't kill. I don't remember exactly how I calced that Minior there, but I know it's bulky enough to live a lot of hits. And then finally, we have this Soak Belly Bolt with Parabolic Charge for hitting basically everything important. Chilling Water lets me 2-hit KO Excadrill after Terra Water. Terra Water lets me resist most of his team except for Lilligant and Electrode. Soak actually lets me, is like for me a form of nerfing damage as well as letting me get a very powerful Parabolic Charge up, and Slack Off is just typical recovery. So this is the team. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you're excited for more, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.
Yo, what's up everybody? This is Oro for the PCPL Week 8 match versus MrIsopod. According to my team builder segment, I am pretty scared of the Deoxys and Primarina combo. I feel like that might be a little hard to break through. Greninja is also a very powerful Pokemon. Cerulege is a nuke if it's choice banded, but there's obviously no choice band here. I think the worst case here is Lilligant is just an annoying Pokemon. Primarina is like a bulky Calm Mind set, might be annoying if they play correctly. But I don't think this will be so bad. I think I have a good shot of actually winning this match. So let's try it out. Deoxys lead. So I am just gonna Stealth Rocks here. I don't think there's really a reason that I should pretend. Like, the only thing that this thing could do against me in order to kill would be literally Meteor Beam. That would be the only thing that it can do. It would have to be modest, and it would need to be modest for it to even have a roll in its favor. It's just gonna switch out. I'm assuming it's gonna go into like Primarina or something. Yep. Now this is a little hard for me to do. Like, obviously he might just Calm Mind, but if he Calm Minds, the best I can do is like Rock Blast. So I think what I have to do would be to go into Belly Bolt in order to Terra Water on a Surf or something and catch him off guard with that. Worst case would be he like starts spamming Calm Minds, but I don't believe Primarina has a really like phenomenal way of getting recovery without dealing damage to me. I think its best move is Draining Kiss. Now I could Terra Water here, but that kind of makes it more inclined to go into like Lilligant over Excadrill or something like that. So I think I might just stay in and see if they try and like switch out. I also get to like see if I'm faster, which I am. Decent damage. I think that's probably that bulky specs, the bulky set I said. Surf there, 188. That's a lot of damage. I definitely Terastallize now, because I think I'm definitely in a role of getting 2-hit KO'd now. Parabolic Charge will push me out of that, but I don't have a reason to like pretend. So I'm definitely just going to Terastallize here. And then if he surfs me again, then I should kill next turn, seeing that I am faster than him. I have the Electromorphosis boost, so this should do around like 48 to 50%, something like that. Terastallize should make this no longer a 2-hit KO if he just spams Surf. I'm assuming it's like Surf, Draining Kiss, Calm Mind, Substitute maybe, but Substitute gets broken by Parabolic Charge anyways. At least it should. He's staying in. This is gonna hurt really bad. It's gonna do like 46%. Assuming he is this bulky max HP set. Steamed hams. Get him, little fella. Big damage. Let's hope he attacks again. That would be the best case. Calm Mind. Okay. I think if I do 2 attacks, like +2 Primarina takes 20%. That doesn't really look like 20%, but I can't really risk it attacking and recovering a lot of HP, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. If he goes into like Excadrill, I should be fine. I live an attack from Lilligant, actually, like pretty well, in fact, so I should be able to like soak maybe into something else, or I could just probably go Overquill off the gate. Yeah, I think he would have to Calm Mind again, but that seems risky. If he Draining Kisses, he dies. Yeah. Whoa! Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I definitely just got a Parabolic Charge again. I don't really have a choice. He shouldn't kill me with another Draining Kiss. So he'd have to Calm Mind again if he wants to do all this again. I don't think there's a reason for me to not Parabolic Charge again. He might go Excadrill, but Excadrill shouldn't be able to kill me with an Earthquake anyways. After it leftovers. At least that's considerable damage. Keep it in range of other things. It shouldn't kill. Okay. Parabolic Charge will at least be able to do a little bit here. Yeah, I think he's recovering the Parabolic Charge damage, but he shouldn't be able to anymore. I don't have a great Fairy switch in on my team other than Rotom, but Rotom wouldn't be able to kill this thing anyways, so I do think I just have to Parabolic Charge again. Other Pokemon would be, I could go Minior and Explode, maybe. That would be like the other thing I could do. I could Endeavor into Explosion. But I think I might just Parabolic Charge. This Primarina is obviously bulky. Mamoswine's Earthquake should do like 42 to 49. So let's just Parabolic Charge again. Yeah. This is a weird scenario. Weird case. Another crit. Luckily that one didn't matter. That one didn't matter nearly as much, but that's still annoying. That first crit mattered so much. Oh my gosh. I definitely have to like go into Overquill and hope I hit. I don't really have another choice. I have to Gunk Shot. I don't really have a choice otherwise. I just didn't have the ability to swap out a Belly Bolt. Like again, this Primarina is easily the worst thing for me. But hopefully I can chip it down to the point where like you can't really come in anymore. Stealth Rocks will mean it, you know, can't switch out or switch back in very easily. So hopefully this goes in my favor. That crit was so bad. That crit mattered so much. He would have died in 2 Parabolic Charges otherwise. I'm almost certain he would have, because he didn't have the extra chance to get the Calm Mind boost. Well, he would have, but he wouldn't have recovered nearly as much. Okay. I'm assuming he goes Excadrill. Yep. So I definitely just go into Rotom. There's not a reason for me not to. I also see that it is Air Balloon, which means I should be able to actually go into really anything. But I just go into Rotom for now. The air balloon means that Excadrill should not be able to OHKO Minior with an Iron Head, which is very valuable. It means I can get my Endeavor off correctly. Yeah, he's obviously just going to Earthquake here. Not a reason why he shouldn't. Yep. Now, I could burn. I think I will as well. Because if he goes into Primarina, then I can just Volt Switch out. Hopefully I can anyways. If he sets up a Calm Mind, then that's really like where it goes wrong from there. It's a rough position here. This thing is, it's not a bulky, it's a very bulky Primarina, so I might be able to go into Minior on the switch. Volt Switch does a decent amount of damage to it, I believe. Enough that I believe Earthquake should be able to kill. It does 45%, and then if I go into Minior, Rock Blast should do 27% if it's knocked me out into my range. So hopefully that can go in my favor. It looks about that range, if I'm correct. Yep, he's withdraws. I'm gonna try and get a burn on something. Muck. Okay, this is actually perfect. I'm totally just gonna Volt Switch here. Leftovers. So I obviously Volt Switch, I believe, and I could go straight into Mamoswine, but I think I have to go into Overcool at this point. This is like exuding knockoff. That's what it's like telling me. So I think that's why I have to go Overcoil. It's a rough scenario because Excadrill is going to be very healthy. So I think off of this, if he goes Excadrill right away, then he might predict me to go into Rotom. But I'm just gonna go Minior, I think, right away, so I can hopefully get some chip off of it, very valuable chip. Now this isn't gonna do anything to me. I just Agility here. And then Swords Dance next turn. I don't believe Excadrill should be able to kill me either way. So I might even be able to get a... No, it'll obviously kill me. My bad. So my hope is that he goes into something other than Excadrill. This is actually like the time where my previous set was Curse. Curse would have looked great here. Because I should have been able to, from I believe what my calcs were, my 1 crunch into a +1 crunch into a +1 Aqua Jet killed Excadrill. I believe that was the roll. Right now my crunch just 2-hit KOs Excadrill. So if he goes into it, I could just attack for Ninja. Okay, that's actually great for me. Because I am going to Gunk Shot. Now if he's Scarfed, then he won't kill me. And Gunk Shot should be able to pick up the KO here. Worst case again would be he goes Excadrill. I could hypothetically Swords Dance here. Okay. Wow. Ice Beam. Okay, let's see how much this does, I guess. Jesus. I could have Swords Danced. I just got a gunk shot again. Okay, that miss was terrible. This is terrible luck. He has to go Excadrill. And I might be able to preserve Overquill. But these lucks, this luck has been pretty bad. That crit super mattered with the Belly Bolt. Overquill missing gunk shot there meant it took a shit ton of damage, so I didn't miss out on the KO. Like, that's a lot of unfortunate luck right there. All these rolls have been obviously in my favor. A crit's like a 6.3% chance. Gunk shot has a 20% chance to miss, so it's just really unfortunate that I've been getting so unlucky with these attacks. I predict he's going into Excadrill. Everything else I can reliably actually just like kill. Worst, the best thing for me would be actually, I think if he goes Muck, he might not be able to kill me with an attack. Deoxys, I outspeed Deoxys unless it's Scarfed, so I'm just gonna Crunch, I think. If it's Scarfed, that's a really weird bring. It would be only for Latias. And I think if it is Scarfed, it has to log into a move that Latias... something would be able to switch into that move. So let's just Crunch. Yeah, okay. I'll take that. Wondering why he's not going into Excadrill. I'm assuming he's expecting me to be Liquidation, which is a good threat that I have for him, I guess. Okay, there's Excadrill. So we've removed 2 big threats now. Now I could just Crunch here. That would get 50% off of it. It would allow me to go into Latias to threat things. I think I need to preserve this in order to hurt Primarina correctly. And I should be able to get it back in on Muck later. So I might just go Minior now in order to get like a powerful Endeavor off. If he Earthquakes, then yeah, I mean, I dodge the Earthquake. If he Iron Heads, then I go down to roughly like 1% and I get my Endeavor off. He shouldn't have any priority. Yeah, it's fine. I am just gonna Endeavor. There's not a thing that he can go into that wants to get Endeavored. Yep. Iron Head. So that's used for Minior there. Now he's gonna be faster than everything except for Rotom, or except for Latias. So I could just go Latias and... no, I can't really go Latias reliably. I think I have to go Mammo and Ice Shard. I don't believe I have a choice. Obviously he goes Primarina, I think. I live in Earth, any Iron Head. I should live it. So I think I might just Earthquake, predicting him to go Primarina on the Ice Shard. I think it's my main way of winning this match. Because he kind of needs... does he need Excadrill? Not really. But I think I do need an Earthquake either way. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate prediction there, I guess. The problem there is that Lilligant wouldn't have been able to do anything anyways. Or Lilligant would have one-shot my -1 anyways, so there's not a point for me to preserve it for that. So that's unfortunate, I suppose. Man, that luck at the beginning was so bad. Overkill being weak is now really, really annoying. Mm. Obviously should have just ice sharded there in hindsight, but I feel like it really doesn't matter, all things considered. He has to go Lilligant in order to have any chance of winning this, because everything else gets weakened too badly. Excadrill's now dead, so he can't even go into that. I definitely just ice shard on this thing. If he victory dances, then it still gets hit by another ice shard. And I need to get percent on this so that primarily Latios can come in and kill it, because it should outspeed. I could also go into Rotom after that. I just ice shard. There's no point for me not to. If he victory dances, this thing does. Oh, it's Hustle. Oh, thank goodness. That's like the best case scenario. That's really good. I'm glad it's Hustle. Chlorophyll, I guess, supposedly doesn't make sense according to his team because it doesn't have a Sunsetter, but that 20% miss is sometimes a con, so, you know, it being Hustle and missing that is super good for me. It feels like it kind of balances out the luck at the beginning, because that was all really bad luck. I don't feel like I need this Mamoswine as much anymore, but at the same time, I don't think I need Overquill either. If I Earthquake here, then he can't Calm Mind, and maybe I do want to preserve this for that Alolan Muck. Because it might be hard to break through. I really don't need this Rotom anymore, so let's do that. He shouldn't be able to kill me with a regular Surf because he's bulky. He can't Fairy move this, so it will tank any damage. Yeah, I live this attack at least. Yeah. So it's a bulky Primarina is what I'm understanding. And my Rotom being at only like 67 health. It looks like it's roughly around, what, 60%? I'll give it like the benefit of the doubt with that. 218 plus 67 equals 285. And 285 divided by 2 is 142 is where I'd bring it, but the Volt Switch would do way more damage. I could just Volt Switch. Although Pain Split might get it down still. Enough range to kill. I guess I Volt Switch. Oh, that's a crit? Yeah. Whoa. Okay, that's super balanced out then in the end, didn't it? Well then. That's unfortunate. I guess I just hope that that Muck can kill a Alolan, or sorry, Mamoswine can kill a Alolan Muck. But like, geez, that was a lucky battle. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, that miss mattered so much on his end too. I don't even know who I feel bad about. What I feel bad for. Oh, this feels bad. Oh no, that felt terrible. Jeez. GG. That is crazy. That was like the most unlucky battle ever. Unlucky battle ever for both sides. Jeez, that was so unlucky. That felt like the worst match ever. It doesn't matter for either of us. We're both locked into playoffs, so I don't feel that bad about it. But that was a crazy battle, like both sides. Getting crit on Bellybolt meant Primarina stayed healthy. Missing Gunk Shot on Greninja meant Overquill got weak. Critting Primarina meant that it died, and Lilligant missing meant that it died. Jeez. right. Well, that was the battle there, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed. That was such an insane, stupid battle. I'm just glad it doesn't matter for either of us since we're both locked into playoffs. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please subscribe if you liked. Like the video as well. Obviously, if you liked the video, put a comment down below about how you feel about the battle. I feel like it was such crit mess, like a little unlucky mess. And this battle was a little annoying to schedule because before we crashed like I think we crashed like 4 or 5 times trying to get it to work, and then we finally got it to work. So hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.